Okay, my lovers, my hoop lovers, you know what it is. It's that time in October, preseason starting. Hoops is getting back into it. I love scouting is a year-round process. You know that, my players. My coaches and my GMs and my managers. And so we're going to be checking out this French prospect. He's 18 or something like this. I don't know. Well, I just typed in French prospect I typed in French prospect in YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And then, okay, so let's check this out. Okay. All right, so we got this cat, ballislife.com. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff because, you know, we're watching their video. So, okay, so let's check this out. So he says cheat code. Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama. So I got to say it a few times. Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama. That was my dad's name, Victor. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, Victor Wembanyama is a 7'4", 18-year-old basketball player from France. He's considered one of the top and tallest basketball prospects in the world. He made his debut on U.S. soil with Team Metropolitans 92 from Paris, playing in Henderson, Nevada against the G League Ignite. This created an anticipated matchup of potential future 2023 number 1 draft pick versus 2023 number 2 draft pick, Ignite's Scoot Henderson, also 18. Okay. NBA vets include Boogie Cousins, Trevor Ariza. Okay, we got a lot. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Okay, Victor Wembanyama and Scoot Henderson. Okay, it's time to react to this. Okay, this kid's towering over everyone. He looks like that kind of lanky, kind of tall, you know. So I'm expecting the modern type of big, you know. Well, we'll see. But I mean, he definitely has a thinner frame, so I'm imagining he has some athleticism to him. He's not just a lumbering. When I say athleticism for a man his size, I mean he can get up and down the floor. He can get in transition. Because if you're too slow and you don't have the stamina to get in transition, you're not going to be involved in that many plays in the NBA because it just moves too fast. So we'll see how he does getting up and down the floor. Okay, so this is Scoot Henderson. That is lovely. That hits. Okay. I just want to show you. This kid's a shooter. I can tell by the first shot. It hits the back iron. When you're a shooter, you hit the back iron. It's not a swish. You hit that back iron and it just boom, hits, goes down. Watch this. See that? That back iron shot. I'm already being able to. And he's shooting off the dribble too. This kid's 18. Oh my gosh. Let me see this. This is off the dribble. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. Okay, Scoot Henderson. This kid's gonna be a very nice player if he just keeps his head above his shoulders. Okay, that was a nice help block. See, this is how I anticipate he should be able to get some help blocks. So let's see. Okay, he's got a nice little turnaround move into the on the more bulky big man. So I'm looking at his strength. There's another block there, another help block. I like that. He blocked out on the shooter, out on the mid-range shooter. Okay, Scoot Henderson went and took it right to him, though. So I'm liking this Scoot Henderson kid a lot. Okay, that was nice. Big man knew what to do. Okay, missed that one. Okay, that was nice. Nice finishing inside. It seemed pretty easy for him. Okay, Scoot took it right to him again. That's two that he took to the hole. So I'm wondering if he's a paint protector because he got some nice. Okay, he's a little 3-point strokes. Okay. So I'm seeing like that Porzingis style. He's not a low block player. I'm starting to see. So he's kind of one of those. I'm very tall, but I have kind of wingy type aspects to my game. Ooh, look at that! Look at that! I don't know. This Scoot Henderson is his offensive game. This is nice. Ooh, this is a little step back. Oof, 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 oof. This is an 18-year-old. That is special. And I can't say enough of how much I appreciate the G League allowing kids like this to start at a younger age, forego college, and just pay him some money and get him ready for the draft, because I'd rather that. He's going to have NBA skills rather than trying to transition his game from college to NBA. And honestly, if he dominates in the G League, it gives me a good. You can scout off that. You can kind of find out if a player's good. Pretty much a player can do anything he can do on one level, he'll be able to do on the next level as long as that player keeps working, just keeps their work ethic up, and the coaching staff and the organization and everyone put their belief into the player. If they imbue that player with confidence, then they'll succeed in the same way they succeeded at their other levels. So when players don't succeed at the next level, it might be usually attributed to some sort of personal problems or things behind the scenes that you don't see. But for the most part, when you're scouting a player, what they can do in the college level is going to be what they can do on the other levels if the coaching staff gives them an opportunity to do it and they get their confidence up. And they continue to work on their game, which is at this point you consider it's kind of a given, unless they have personal problems. Okay, so this Scoot Henderson is special. Yeah, he's a special player. He's got a lot of things that are nice. You got a foul on him too. So Scoot Henderson is really shining to me in this highlights. That was nice. That was a nice move. Steve Sissoko or some. Ooh, what's that? Chase. Chase. Wow, and he believes in himself. He's hobbling too. See that tape on one of his knees, on his right knee. Yeah, okay. So let's go back to this move. This is a thing where right away I'm seeing he's not strong inside. He's not a strong inside presence. So I'm not really fearing his inside moves. In basketball, if you want to be successful inside on the next level, you don't have to be overbearingly strong, but you do have to have some strength. You do have to have good footwork and some good moves with counters. So it's not as easy to score inside in the inside in the NBA as people think. They think, oh, you just got to be big and that's fine. But everybody's big, so you have to have other things. And you can see here the defender he's matched up with is smaller than he is. So this is informing me that he's not really that consistent inside or good. This is not a see. Because in the NBA, he's not going to get that movement because he will not be stronger than the player. So he'll have to settle with position where he's at, essentially, unless he uses his handles. So the way he kind of tried to do that, I mean, maybe, but his finish not there. So let me look again. Okay, so here's another problem I'm seeing here too from this. Okay, so right here, he should be finishing with his left hand. He should be finishing with his left hand. His left hand is away from the defender. If he finishes with his left hand, there's no way the defender in this one-on-one position can shot block. So if you're not overpoweringly strong, you can't just back someone into the basket, then that's another way that you can be effective inside. Just ask Pau Gasol, because Pau Gasol was basically able to finish with both hands in a way where you would not tell from his finishing what hand he favored. You'd have to look at his jump shot. He was that good inside. So this is a situation where you see him come around, but he's going to finish with his right hand, which is where the defender's at. Not only that, the angle that his body's at, it's not really the greatest. It's possible to finish, but he's also moving with speed laterally to the basket. Or, I don't know. He's moving with the basket, so he's moving. So the touch you're gonna need with the hand he's trying to finish with is insane, and he cannot do it. He's not even really close. Like, look how he finishes this. Yeah, he's not close, because you got to use that left hand, and you got to be a little bit more methodical and know that you can use that left hand and be confident that you can finish with that left hand, and you can get those points. Honestly, that's the only difference in this move here. If he can finish with his left, he can make this move on this defender, because this is a smaller defender who he cannot overpower, but he can use his length. So anyway, that was my little rant there. But that's just telling me he's not an inside presence. I'm not expecting this kid to get big rebounding numbers or anything like this. I'm expecting him to be... Honestly, in this game, Scooter Henderson has impressed me more. I think Scooter Henderson's a more polished player. More of a winning type of player right now. So I think, it's good that this kid, Wembanyama, is coming out here to kind of see where the competitive nature of some of these players is at. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for me, I really do like to see these players be able to dominate on both ends. That's a nice shot, because you're not gonna always have these 3-pointers in your shot. It's hard to get open in the NBA consistently unless you have a series of moves, right? And his offensive game to me that's a catch and shoot, which is fine, but that's not super refined. That's fine. I like that. Let me see. Did he? I like that challenge either way. Even if he gets a goaltending for that, that's not a goaltending. That's a block shot. That's a block shot. That's a block shot. No, that's a block. That's a block. That's easily a block. That's easily a block. That's not a good call. That's not a good call. You know what? So he has enough length and his timing is good. That's a block. I'm not considering that a goaltending. That's a good challenge. Another catch and shoot. He's gotten 3 blocks in from what I feel I've seen. help defense, and he played that bigger, kind of bulkier guy's body up. So I like that. I like that. Ooh, that's another one. Ooh, that's another one. That's shutting down the paint. Okay. That's protecting the paint. Scooter Henderson is just that good. He's just that good. Oh, wow. Look at that soft touch. Look at that soft touch from range. What, dude? These 7-footers want to stroke out there. That's crazy to me. Dang. Oh, and he's out the other way in transition. Let me see. Are they going to give it to him? They're going to give it to him? They're going to give it to him? This player's too good. Oh, no. They should have given it to him. Oh, more Scooter Henderson. More Scooter Henderson. I really, 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 really like this kid. I really. Oh, I love that driving kick. Boy, I love that. Okay. It's a nice kick. I like that little point guard right there. He's nice. Number 51. He's not. I don't know. But he's nice. Scooter Henderson, man. I'm a believer, bro. Phew. I'm a believer. Look at this guy. What did he do? What did he just do? This is crazy. Oh boy. Oh boy. He's cold as ice. This is cold, dude. This is two defenders. This is two defenders in the paint. Oh, a little pull up. He'll put on the brakes. Ooh. Ooh, this guy is nice. He's a little basketball junkie. Okay, let me see. Okay. I think he's more comfortable like that. There's nothing wrong with playing this way. The way that Wembanyama is playing. I don't mind that if you're more comfortable with it. If you can get points. Olajuwon scored a lot of points in this kind of way. If you this is nice. This is nice. I do like that. I do like that move. That's knowing what your strength is. Oh my gosh. Methodical, man. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. And it's kind of a fearless nature because he's going into traffic. He's just going head down into traffic and he's like, I'll make this work. Creates a ton of space for himself on a turnaround. He did it. This is the second time. He took him a little bit higher than he did the other time. He took him down further down to the baseline, but whoo, that is nice. This is nice. Oh, that is nice. That is nice. That's nice. That's lovely. I like that. Yeah, I like that point guard. He's made some nice moves. Dang. He's so good. Scooter Henderson, man. The way this kid plays is lovely. Phew. I'm not sure how many threes he's got, but a lot of it is catch and shoot. So, which I mean, he's accurate. So I don't know what I mean. And obviously they're not showing all his misses or whatever, or maybe he hasn't. All right. Oh, he came in naked. He didn't have, it was just one on one. He broke his defender down easy. He tried to do it. He didn't jump into his chest. He let him. Now, as a shot blocker, what I like about what he did is you create separation. As a finishing player, you want to create as much in contact between your bodies as you can, so it can negate the length of his arms, and you can then finish inside him. But if the 7'4" player has like this distance on you, the advantage is to the defensive player. I don't care how you unless you're insanely explosive and strong and just on like Michael Jordan style. But even him, like it's if a defender has as much space as Wembanyama has, and to his credit, I did not know if now to be a protector, you don't have to be brutally strong. You don't. You just have to have good timing. You have to have a fast jump, like get up and down really quickly, maybe double jump. And he showed on one of his blocks, he had that double jump, like he had to jump again. So he's good at that, and he's heady, so he knows how to create space, and he knows kind of the dimensions of his body and how to use that space and then close it out. So he gave him a little bit of space, and then also as a shot blocker, it's a little bit of a mental game too. You want the if you're a shot blocker, you want someone to challenge you. You're like, come bring it in on me, I'm gonna block you. So the mentality is give them enough window to build the finisher's confidence so that they do come in and challenge you, and then close that window quickly. So I feel like he was able to do that, kind of present in a way that like, hey, let that finisher think you might make it, so come finish, but then take it away. That's the mentality of a shot blocker. It's like, come, I'm gonna give you that gap. Come into the gap, and then take that. Oh no, I got you. I trapped you. And so that was good. He kept a nice body distance, and this Scooter Henderson is a good player, so this is no small feat blocking this kid. See that? Boom. Very nice, very nice. And he stayed on his feet. Very, very lovely. Oh, that's a goal 10. His catch and shoot game is immaculate. That was nice. Okay, I was looking to see what Henderson was gonna do. He'd taken it up. He's gotten his shot blocked. Can he still be threatening like he will shoot? But uses his ability to draw the big man in, Wembanyama in, to make the dime. So I like that. Yeah. Take him away from the basket, if just for a split second, gave the big man number 12 just enough time to finish. So kudos. That was a really, really, really nice game. Nice tape. Ball is life. Shout out, man, because we love it that you keep us. For us hoop addicts, I used to be a kid, man. I'd tape the highlights during the season so I could watch them in the off season. So I appreciate it. Looking at those tapes, the takeaways from this is, obviously they're 18, so they're gonna have some work in their game. I would say Scooter Henderson is further along as far as his refinement and his skills offensively, but I was impressed with Wembanyama's shot blocking, his ability to protect the paint. He doesn't look to me, he doesn't come off to me that he's going to be any kind of significant rebounder. He could be, I don't know. But that kind of frame, rebounders tend to be wider bodied, and or really brutishly strong, like physical strength to hold position down in the paint and box out and keep bigs out off the boards is like, so when you look at players like Dennis Rodman, who, though they might have seemed like they have a slighter frame, was very, very strong, was one of the stronger players in the NBA of his era. So that allowed him to be able to rebound, like much in the same way like Shaq would put up some nice rebounding numbers, in a way where you look at a player like Dikembe Mutombo, who was tall and a good shot blocker, but not necessarily, and he was a decent rebounder, but not necessarily actually, you know what? I'd have to run the numbers on that because I think in his early career he was a good rebound, but I don't know if he sustained like super high rebounding numbers, like kind of on a Rodman or Barkley level. So when I look at Wembanyama's frame, I don't think I'm expecting that from him. The catch and shoot game, immaculate. It looked like the kid, like if you throw them the ball out on the three, he has a very, very nice touch out there. Inside moves, I'd say for things that he can work on offensively is definitely make that left and that right hand, so that you're able to finish with either inside, so that it's not a problem for you. You take that left and that right hand and you work that out. And you pair it with his ability to stroke from outside and to kind of, it seemed like he can put the ball to the deck a little bit, put the ball on the floor and take a dribble or two towards the basket. And because he's got long strides, that dribble or two could get him real close to the hoop from the 3-point on line in. And because he can shoot, he can use that shot fake to get dribbles and get movement in towards the basket and get closer looks. So he has a really promising game. Cheat code, is he the end? I mean, he looked nice. He's definitely, that's a player that's going to play in the league. You're going to see him in the league. You're going to see him possibly make an impact. Again, it's like with players like that, so with players like that are 7'4" and lanky like that, the things I worry about are durability. Like players like that, they scream like injury prone to me. It's not his fault, but we'll just see how he trains and how he plays. Is he able to keep himself out of? I mean, obviously it's an 82 game season in the NBA, so there's no surefire way to not get injured. It's just part of the game, but non-impact injuries, can he avoid those? Can he be available as far as an 82 game season for the impactful part of the season where it's like going to really help them make it to the playoffs and beyond? And how's his stamina? How long can he stay on the floor? He seems like his stamina could be good. From the way he moved, it didn't seem like he was a lumbering player. So it seemed like he could be a really good one. So yeah, I think that if you saw him in the top 3 of a draft in the years to come, I think, in 2023, I don't think that would be far-fetched. Scooter Henderson, honestly, I'd pick that player before. Scooter Henderson's a better player at this point in his career. As far as looking at the projection outwards, I think with someone like Scooter Henderson, the sky's the limit also for him because his offensive game is so refined. I'm not sure. He looked like he's around 6'5", but again, I have no idea. I didn't look at his statistics because I wasn't looking at that video. I was looking at the French prospect, and I was like, wait a second, who's this other kid? But he's nice. I'd be interested to watch him during a whole game to see how he runs the point guard and how he distributes the ball. He had some nice passes, but just his in and out how involved does he get other people? Because obviously his offensive skills are so potent that you could see a player like that feeling like he didn't need to pass the ball as much. And so I'd really just want to see the tape. How engaged does he get the other players? Is he the kind of player that has his teammates watching while he tries to take the team on? Because honestly, I'm not a huge fan of those type of players, though, because he looked like he was in a point guard position. So I just think it's bad for offensive chemistry to have your primary ball handler be your primary scorer. I just think then it makes it so that you can have stretches where the other players just don't get involved. And in basketball is a game where you really need to get touches to gain your rhythm, to really feel confident in your shooting rhythms and finishing and things like this. So with point guard players, I do not love even though I just, there's nothing against Damian Lillard. I like him as a personality, as a player. I think he's a great player. I just don't like point guards that handle the ball and are also your primary scorers. These kind of tweener, big scoring point guards. I know the NBA is kind of trending towards that, but I'm from the old school. I like Magic Johnson style, Jason Kidd style, Chris Paul, Steve Nash, like distributors. Like I like people who distribute the ball and make sure that people get their touches. Even players like Scottie Pippen was a good distributor of the ball, made sure that was very like more of the heady style of the game. Raw offensive skills is like an athletic skill, like being able to put the ball in the hoop is an athletic skill. It's not like the jumping, dunking athleticism, but that is a type of athleticism that you work on. But then there's the mental aspect of the game, understanding strategy, movement, where players like to shoot from, all of this type of stuff. And players that have a grasp on that, LeBron James, Jason Kidd, Scottie Pippen, Steve Nash, Chris Paul, those kind of players who understand how to distribute the ball when a player needs to get it, who can score right now. Those are the players that impress me. Those are my favorite types of players. So even though offensive skills and shooting and being able to hit turnaround jumpers and shooting off the dribble, those are incredible skills to have. And it's hard to pass up players that have those skills, the skills that Scooter Henderson has. I mean, if you can shoot off the dribble, it's like ding, ding, ding. It's like that's a basketball junkie. People who can shoot off the dribble in game consistently, it means they're obsessed with basketball. It's a kind of skill that's like you have to work on dribbling to gathering it to shooting it in game with a defender trying to stop you from doing that. It's just a high level of skill. So to be 18 years old and be able to do that means he's practiced quite a bit. So with that being said, that's the only thing I would honestly be. Well, two things is how is his defense day to day. His body looked pretty nice, so he looked like he could be strong, and he looked fast enough, so he could possibly be a good defender. But how did he engage his teammates on the offensive end? Because when you're that gifted and you're that good at scoring, you can be and you're a ball handler, that can lead to being on teams where you stagnate an offense, and so. I would be curious to see more minute to minute how he actually runs the game to get a better idea of that. But great video, very, very nice.